Hello, this is Mrs. Politsky, and I've got notes for Chapter 24, Section 2 of World History about German unification. And you're going to need your handout to follow along. So here we go. We're going to talk a little bit about German unification this morning. The steps that Germany took towards unification were the establishment of a German Confederation formed by the Congress of Vienna, which we talked a little bit about when we were talking about France and the end of the Napoleonic Wars. There was a German revolt. Prussian Kaiser Wilhelm I promises of reforms, but there was breaks in his promise, and the Zollverein allowed for free trade along the German states. This German Confederation was a group of 39 separate German states, including parts of Austria, Prussia, and a lot of little other states that at one point in time probably would have been part of the Holy Roman Empire that were kind of set up as a result of the Congress of Vienna. Onwards. The Bismarck had a plan for Germany that consisted of leading German people to unification by increasing the power of the Prussian military. Realpolitik was the Bismarck's politics of reality, a belief of practical goals instead of theory. And as a result, the Bismarck's beliefs differed than those of some German revolutionaries because he did not believe in a liberal democracy, because the Bismarck was a very conservative and he supported the king. And just so you know, the Bismarck was Chancellor of Germany or Prussia, and he worked alongside of the Kaiser of this period of time. As a result of the Austro-Prussian War, which was fought in the 1860s, the German Confederation was dissolved, and Austrians were forced to give part of their territory to Prussia, which allowed the Norman German states to unify. Okay, southern German states were kind of tied more towards Austria, and they eventually joined the North in what was known as the Franco-Prussian War, which was a war that was fought between what would be eventually Germany, okay, in this case still Prussia, against the French. And as a result, there was strong feelings of nationalism, especially over a very contested area called Alsace-Lorraine, which is right down here by my little recorder. In this part of what would be what would become Germany. This land would be contested between France and Germany over the years. And during World War I, this was land that at different times was in the hands of the French and hands of the Germans, but eventually had to be given back to France as the conditions of the Treaty of Versailles. All right. As a result of German unification, men over the age of 25 were given the right to vote. You had the development of political parties, and Germany's economic growth caught up with the rest of Europe when it industrialized. Germany also developed new alliances with other nations, and probably the most controversial thing was something known as Kulturkampf, which was really a standoff between what would be the Bismarck and the Roman Catholic Church. For years in the southern German states, the only kind of marriage that was valid was a church marriage. And as a result of Kulturkampf, secular marriages became kind of the law. And there were many Catholics that were very upset by that. And as a result, some German Catholics packed up and they left Germany, going to places like the United States. There was also a payment of money for the damages caused by war. These were called reparations. And occasionally, between the wars between France and Prussia, there were some reparations that were paid by the French to Germany. Over time, the French would remember that when we get closer to the end of World War I, and we talk a little bit about reparations in the Treaty of Versailles. All right, I hope you got everything written down.